This video is sponsored by Shonen Lamp. Use my code for 10% off at checkout. In the dark and twisted world of Attack on Titan, an enigmatic cycle unfolds, intertwining the three generations of Eren Kruger, Grisha Yaeger, and Eren Yaeger. A cycle that literally transcends time and space, forging an unbreakable hive mind that shapes their fates, and ultimately, the fate of the world. Take a journey with me as we delve into the depths of their psyche, exploring the profound effects of the Attack Titan's power on their minds. From the haunting memories that cloud their mind, to the relentless burden of freedom and responsibility that befalls them. We'll uncover these threads as the legacy of the Attack Titan is passed down in a twisted inheritance that shapes them. So, let's analyze them through this extraordinary cycle. A cycle that has cursed their very existences and doomed them all the same. Ever dreamt of owning a Sabalina lamp? Well, get 10% off any Shonen lamp from Eren or Mikasa to Gojo or Itadori with the link below. Shonen Lamp offers unique, affordable anime merch starting at just $7.99. Their lamps feature 3 switchable settings, easily controlled by a button on the base or an included remote. So consider, like myself, a custom printed lamp with an eye-catching base and secure an even better deal using my 10% off referral link. Truly, I cannot recommend Shonen Lamp enough for the high-quality, cost-effective lamps that they provide. Link below for a generous 10% discount. Then back to our video, as we start our journey with the father of Eren Yaeger. From the start, Grisha Yaeger was a curious soul, his fascination leading him to sneak out of his internment zone to see a Zeppelin up close. This act resulted in his sister being taken away while he was left with Eren Kruger, and his sister's fate and the grim reality of his people's treatment sparked his resolve for survival. Outraged at the unfair oppression of his race for the sins of their forefathers, Grisha aimed to restore the Eldian lineage. He initiated an underground movement with his royal-blooded first wife, Dinah Fritz, believing that reclaiming the Eldians' place in humanity required a fight. Simply put, Grisha is a product of his circumstances, an underdog with a wild card, Zeke. Pushed to the edge, he doesn't hesitate to use his family for his people's survival. When his son, under the weight of parental pressure and influenced by Tom Saver, betrays him and Dinah, they are dispatched to Paradise Island. There, they endure torture until they disclose all they know. Eventually, they're subjected to a Titan transformation via spinal fluid injection, destined to wander eternally, a fate grimmer than death. As Grisha watches those before him, including his wife, transform into pure Titans, Eren Kruger, the current Attack Titan, rescues him. Facing his mortality, Kruger needs to pass on the Attack Titan power, and he chooses Grisha. Intriguingly, he gets a glimpse into Grisha and Eren's future, mentioning Mikasa and Armin, who haven't even been born yet. Yet, unlike Kruger, Grisha can't afford to squander this time. After losing Zeke and witnessing Dinah's transformation into a pure Titan, he rebuilds his life with Carla and Eren Yaeger, knowing he must tread the same path. But he is prepared to risk his new family, although this time, the situation is different. Rather than imposing his mission on his new family, Grisha approaches it subtly, driven by the lessons learned from losing Zeke and Dinah, and the deep grief he harbors. His past actions led his own son to betray him, reflecting Grisha, the revolutionary, not a loving father. However, by the time he arrives at Paradise, this part of him is buried, replaced by the idyllic vision of his beautiful new family, his wife and son, nearly perfect in its tranquility. And really, how could any man say no to that? Grisha decides to take his time to carry out his mission, using his allotted 14 years wisely. This period enables him to heal his wounded heart, making amends for his past actions, and offer Carla and Eren the love and care he wishes he had given Zeke and Dinah. Yet, as always, one often doesn't value what they have until it is lost. Grisha, now bearing the weight of Eren Kruger's mission and the powers of the Attack and Founding Titans, is heavily burdened to fulfill his task and pass on these two Titans to his son, Eren. This shapes Grisha's actions throughout the series, like when Eren instructs Grisha to consume Frida rice cakes, a monumental moment signaling that this is the only path, not the one he chose, but the one he was given. And while Grisha, even as a revolutionary, is flawed, no one should have to decide humanity's fate like this. Should he consume Frida and pass the Titans to Eren, sparking a war? Or should he spare Frida, damning Eldia? Regardless of opinions, this decision is difficult, and either choice can be seen as wrong. Grisha desired Eldian prosperity and freedom, not further war and bloodshed. Also, as an aside, if you enjoy the content and what I do, then please subscribe, as we just hit 68,000 subscribers and we're on the way to the nice 69,000 number. Grisha's journey throughout the series involves acknowledging his flaws and learning from his mistakes. When his secretive adventure results in his sister's death, he grasps the harsh truth that his people are not free, igniting his resolve to help Eldia thrive. He believes in everyone's right to freedom. However, further missteps occur as he and Dinah use their son Zeke as a pawn in their restoration plans for Eldia. Zeke craves a normal life and his father's attention, but he is pressured into becoming a Titan shifter, leading him to betray his parents. However, if you think about it, Grisha seized his second chance and really made the most of his circumstances. Despite the tragic fate of his family, he became a life-saving doctor, curing a disease that threatened humanity within the walls. Additionally, he married Carla, and commendably, he succeeded in being a genuine father to his son, Eren. In my view, Grisha managed to atone for his past mistakes with Zeke and Dinah. Of course, it doesn't erase those mistakes, but on his second attempt, Grisha proved really to be a good father. Admittedly, there's no positive spin on Carla being devoured by his Titan-transformed first wife or him being eaten by his own son, well, unless you appreciate sheer chaos and destruction, which, fair play if you do. This brings us to Eren Yaeger, the end of the cycle, and in many ways, a tragic character because of what happened to him. However, Eren would be the one to break the cycle, but I think this brings into perspective his character and how unfair of a position he was given. He was given this omnipotent power that would then be even really more supercharged by the Attack Titans, creating a hive mind between the thoughts, memories, past, and even future of every Attack and Founding Titan ever, even including those of the Warhammer Titan as well. This is something I don't see brought up often, but think about the kind of suffering Eren must go through on a daily basis. Reliving memories that isn't his, in which he can feel his father, for example, crushing children underneath his feet, and remembering the smells and tastes of things he had never himself experienced, but someone before him had. In many ways, Eren has lived multiple lifetimes in less than 14 years. This helps put into perspective how easily he is able to do things like gouge out his eye and leg. If you think about it, he's experienced much pain before, and he'll keep experiencing it, so he's able to push it further and further. Which brings us to Eren's main sort of catchphrase in the series, which is keep moving forward, which takes a pretty normal saying with pretty normal meanings that I think really everyone thinks, but twisting it to be almost like a mantra to keep him on the right track. In that context, it seems to him that if he keeps moving forward, he will eventually get to his goal of liberating every one of the Titans, right? And remember, that is his ultimate goal here, not getting revenge for Eldians or whoever. Really, it is to do one thing, and that is erase the Titans from existence. After all, he's lived centuries through the memories of those which came before him. He knows about the Marleyan war machine from the Warhammer Titans' memories. He knows about the struggle to break away and create freedoms for the oppressed from the Attack Titan. And he sure knows why Ymir cursed everyone on the planet with her creation of the Titans and the 14-year curse. He's seen each and every side and purpose, and because of that hive mind, he realizes to take a seat in the middle of the road, erase all of those institutions and foundations. He's the one singular pawn that became a general in all of this, and it just so happens that Eren is a motivated person to get things done and see it through. In other words, he was the one singular person that was never meant to become what he did. But he did. Eren can never stop war or people fighting. That's really for people to deal with. But there is for sure one thing that Eren has the power to do, and that's end the Titans. He said it himself from the very beginning of the series This is the only thing he wants. This is his main goal. For his family to live in a world where they aren't threatened by those outside the walls. But because of these memories, he would see repeatedly over and over what he would eventually do and why he would do it. He would stomp out nearly all of the life living on the planet because that's what he felt needed to be done, to wipe the slate completely clean. From his literal points of view, there was only one way he felt this could go down, and that's the rumbling. Because he knew for a fact long before anyone else did, diplomacy wouldn't work, he just went along with it. Not because he or his people didn't want diplomacy, but because nobody could put aside their petty differences to do what was right, or as Marco said, to just talk. And that is the sinister hive mind of Attack on Titan, and how it would ultimately be one of the many reasons that would lead Eren to do what he did. And I hope this helped you better understand Eren Yaeger's character, and if so, thank you. But once again, thank you for Shonen Lamps for sending me my amazing Sabelina lamp. Use my link below to get a 10% discount, and trust me, you'll want to check them out as their quality is top notch. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.